Good morning, and welcome to the What Inspired Me Today podcast, a podcast created to inspire you to be the very best that you can be. My name is Stephen Matthew, and this is what inspired me today.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. It is an honor and a privilege to be speaking with you today. I want to begin by thanking all of you who have continued to listen and watch this podcast, those that have been subscribing, and those that have been commenting as well. Your continued support means that more and more people are finding out about this podcast, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, I want to talk about becoming the best version of yourself. This actually stems from a suggestion from one of the listeners, Jason, who really enjoyed my comment last week about honoring other people by being the best version of yourself. And he requested that I expand on this a little bit more. So thank you. When we use the word self, we often think about the word selfish, and often it has this negative connotation. However, when we have a persistent desire to improve ourselves and to make the world a better place, if our motives, therefore, are in the right place, then as we continue to pursue becoming the best version of ourselves, we actually become an asset to all those people around us. We become a better co-worker. We become a better husband or a wife or a sibling or a son or a daughter. We become an asset. We become someone that other people want to be around, to be with, and we become that person that other people get inspired by to improve in their own lives. Alan Watts, he says that the self implies other, that death implies life. Therefore, when we talk about self-development, as you develop yourself, you actually become better for everyone around you. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what is your motivation to improve yourself? What is your motivation to become the best version of yourself? Ask yourself, who are you doing this all for? Is this for accolades? Is this trying to get validation from other people? Or is this for yourself? For myself, this is little Steve. I want the younger version of me to be able to be proud of who I am now. If I can talk to my younger self, hey, this is who you're going to become. These are the actions that you embody. This is what you think about. This is what you speak on. This is how you act. And this is what people gain from being around you. I want that younger version of myself to be proud of that. This cannot be for other people. Because when you decide that you want to do this for yourself, rather than seeking external validation, that means that none of your improvements can be taken away. You are on your own journey to becoming the best version of yourself. The second thing that I want to ask you is, what is your goal and where do you want to be in the future? This does not have to be a grandiose goal. This does not have to be something big. Oh, I want to be the next absolute world changer that absolutely changes everything. You don't have to be that. However, the best way to figure out where you want to go and who you want to be is to ask yourself this question. What matters to me the most? What are my priorities? If you can define your priorities, if you can clearly identify where you want to be, then you have the roadmap to how you can get there. Because when you have an idea of who you want to be and where you want to go, then you have a direction in which you can go towards. So as an example to you from my own life, I want to be able to do a gratitude journal every day for the next 3 months. That way, then I can reflect upon what were the good things in my day, and I can focus my mind on the good things. Why do I want to do that? Well, ultimately, I want to become a better man. I want to be able to think clearer. I want to have clarity in my thoughts. I want clarity in my speech and actions. Ultimately, I want to see the world through a more grateful lens. It's not that I'm not grateful now, but I want to be able to have a consistent behavior that I can do so that I can become better. The question to ask yourself when we're talking about priorities and motivations and all of that, is what matters to you? How do you want to be? What are the things that you value the most? As you figure out what is most important to you, then you can develop an action plan for you to get to where you want to be. Aldous Huxley, he says that there is only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that is yourself. I cannot control how someone else behaves. I cannot control how they talk or how they act or how they think. However, I can control myself. As you continue to improve yourself, then your actions will affect other people. And there's a flow-on effect. So ask yourself this. What is important to you? What do you need to prioritize? What are problem areas that you want to address? Only you can answer those questions for yourself. And it can change from time to time. Self-improvement means that we want to get a little bit better every single day. A biblical example for you in this is the story of Joseph. Joseph was the youngest son who just happened to be the most favored. Now, he wasn't favored necessarily because of anything intrinsic of himself, but in every situation that he was in, he always decided to be the best version of himself. So when he was a slave, he was the best version of himself. When he was a prisoner, he was the best version of himself. Ultimately, being the best version of himself led to becoming the prime minister of a country. So, let me finish by asking you these questions. What does your ideal self look like? Does that mean that you have a better work-life balance? Does that mean that you are able to rest? Does your best self look like that you are safe and that you are feeling comforted? Does your best self feel like you are at peace, that you have contentment? What does it mean for you to be the best version of yourself? Because as you continue to work on yourself, as you continue to be the best version of yourself, you will continue to grow, you will continue to develop, and you will therefore affect all those around you. And the world needs you to be the best version of yourself. Your wife, your husband, your kids, your parents, everyone needs you to be the best version of yourself. Not for their own selfish reasons, but because when you are your best version, they have permission to be their best version as well. So I'm going to continue to think about you and have you in my thoughts and prayers so that you are becoming the best version of yourself. Because as you do, you will affect the world around you. And we can all change the little worlds that we occupy by being the best version of ourselves. So with that said, have a great week.